Hello students, in last video we studied about the electric potential due to an electric dipole. According to this derivation, we derived the relation is, derived the electric potential is the 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 p bar into r bar upon r cube. Here we will derive the equation of electrostatic potential due to a system of charges. Here consider a number of charges which is q1, q2, q3, qn, which is at a distance of r1, r2, r3, rn from point P respectively. That means q1 charge is situated at a distance of r1 from point P, q2 charge which is situated at a distance of r2 from point P, and another charge q3 which is situated at a distance of r3 from point P. Here we calculate the potential V1 due to the charge Q1. Then the formula for the potential V1 is equal to the 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. Here the charge is Q1 and this charge is Q1 is situated at a distance of R1. Then next, here we calculate the potential V2 at P due to charge Q2 is, then the formula for the potential V2 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, and here the potential V2 at P due to the charge Q2. So here the charge Q2 and this charge Q2 which is at distance of R2. Then here we next find out the potential Vn at P due to charge Qn is, means again by using the formula for electric potential Vn, then 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, then charge for the number of particles means number of charges means Qn upon Rn. Here the formula for the Vn. Then according to superposition principle, then total according to the superposition principle, then total potential is equal to the total algebraic sum of the all the potentials due to the charges dash 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 Vn, means total electric potential is equal to V is equal to V1, V2, V3 and dash 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 number of charges, addition of all these potentials to get the total potential. Then the formula for V1 is equal to, by using this equation, then formula for 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 upon R1 plus V2 formula is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Qn upon Rn plus dash dash dash, and the electric potential at point N which is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Qn upon Rn. Then here 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, these are the common terms which is take outside the bracket. So 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, then uncommon term which is take inside the bracket means Qn upon, here is only Qn upon R1 plus Q2 upon R2, here is the Q2 R2 plus dash 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 Qn upon Rn. Then this is the formula for the electric potential due to a system of charges. If we consider a system of charges, then the potential formula, total potential, then the formula is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 upon R1 Q plus Q2 upon R2 plus dash dash Qn upon R1. This equation can be written in the summation form, means 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, where summation I is equal to 1 to n, means Q is changes from here Qi means this I which is changes from Q1 to Qn, and Ri which is changes from R1 to Rn. This is the equation of the electric potential due to a system of charges. The next point is equipotential surfaces. Equipotential surfaces is that the surface at every point of which the electric potential is the same. Means the equipotential surfaces means the surface at every point of which the electric potential is the same. Means every point the electric potential is same, which is called as equipotential surfaces. Then formula for the potential for single charge. Here we consider only one charge, single charge. So the formula for the potential for single charge is V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q upon R. Q upon R. Here if the R is constant, means distance is constant. If the distance is constant, then the potential is also constant. Here we equipotential surface of single point charge are concentric spherical surfaces. Means this is the concentric spherical surfaces centered at the charge. Means here this means equipotential surface of single point charge which is concentric spherical surfaces which is centered at the charge. This. So here equipotential surfaces can draw through any region. Means then by definition of potential difference between 2 points P and Q. If we find the potential difference between 2 points P and Q, means there is a work done per unit positive charge. Means if a point move from P to Q, there is a work done per unit positive charge. This charge is displaced from Q to P. Means there is a work done when the point move from P to Q. Means potential difference at point P minus potential difference at point Q. There is a some work done. This work done means this charge is displaced at Q to P. Means if these points P and Q which is lie on the equipotential surface, means the potential at point P and potential at point Q is both have the same magnitude. And if both have the same magnitude, so the difference between these two potentials, means potential at point P minus of potential at point Q, which is 0, so work done is 0. Means no work is required to move a test charge along an equipotential surface. Means whenever a test charge moves in an equipotential surface, no work is required. No work is required. If dx is the small distance over the equipotential surface. Here we consider the next diagram of the equipotential surface. Here dx is small distance. Dx is small distance through which the unit positive charge is carried out. Through which this unit positive charge is carried out. Here this dx is perpendicular to the electric field intensity. Means whenever the charge is moved, then the work is done. So work is done, then the formula for the work done is E bar into dx bar. But means in the angle form E dx into cos theta, then theta means here electric field intensity which is perpendicular to this electric field intensity which is perpendicular to the equipotential surface. Means equipotential surface means if theta is equal to, if they are perpendicular, then theta is 90, cos 90 is equal to 0. Then if the cos 90 is 0, then work done is also 0. Means whenever the charge move from two equipotential surfaces, the work done is, there is no work done. So this work done is 0. Means electric field intensity is always normal to the equipotential surface. Means this electric field intensity which is normal to this equipotential surface. Then B point, if the field is not normal, means if the field is not perpendicular to the electric field, means electric field intensity E bar is always normal to the equipotential surface, means here means field is perpendicular to the electric field. So to move a test charge against the component, if we move the test charge against these components, work would have to be done. If the test charge is moved, work would have to be done. But by definition of equipotential surface, we know that definition of equipotential surfaces, there is no potential difference between any 2 points. Means here we learn about if we find the difference between the equipotential surfaces, there is no potential difference between any 2 points on an equipotential surface, means there is no difference. So if there is no difference, so no work is required to displace the charge on the surface. So no work is required. Therefore, we conclude that the electrostatic field must be normal to the equipotential surface. Means here the condition is here we conclude that the electrostatic field must be normal to the equipotential surface at every point, or equipotential surface must be normal to the electrostatic field. Means if electrostatic field is normal to the equipotential surface, or the equipotential surface must be normal to electrostatics field. Equipotential surfaces for a uniform electric field. This is the diagram for equipotential surfaces for a uniform electric field. Means electric field is in uniform electric field, and then these are the equipotential surfaces, and electric field is in the direction of the electric field. Then the another diagram is the equipotential surfaces for a dipole. Dipole means here negative charge and here is positive charge, and this is the equipotential surfaces. These are also equipotential surfaces, and these lines consist of the field lines, means these lines are field lines, and these circles consist of equipotential surfaces. So this is the diagram for the equipotential surfaces for a dipole. And the next diagram, the third diagram, is the equipotential surfaces for two identical positive charge. Two identical positive charge means here is positive, and the equipotential surfaces is around them. This is the equipotential surfaces, here is denoted as equipotential surfaces, and these are the field lines. Means here these are the diagrams for the equipotential surfaces for a uniform electric field, equipotential surface for a dipole, and equipotential surfaces for two identical positive charge. So this is the information about the equipotential surfaces. In next video, we will study about the electrical energy of 2-point charges. We study about the electrical energy of 2-point charges. Thank you.